I spent about $2,300 eating out and going out with friends last month. I definitely absolutely went over my budget, but for me, it was all about kind of having that experience. My name is Lenerson Pyrrhus, but everyone calls me Lenny. I'm 26 years old, I make $130,000 a year, and I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. For me, I actually grew up in a Caribbean household, so we were very frugal, and my dad definitely tried to instill in me not only understand the value of money, but definitely, not spend too much and make sure, I stay humble. So for me, I used to have real terrible financial habits. Coming into school, I remember that first time you walk into the cafeteria and there's a table where they're offering credit cards. And for me, not knowing any better, starting off in school, I went to one of those tables and I picked up a credit card. Luckily, because I was a college student, they gave me a terrible, really low limit, so I really couldn't splurge or do anything dumb. Just one day I was watching YouTube and I see a Millennial Money come up, and I see a guy that actually lived in my area that was looking to actually be debt free by the age of 30. That inspired me. I was like, I want to definitely change my trajectory and definitely get some type of financial freedom. I would like to describe my financial habits as balanced. I like to kind of really take the philosophy of really making sure I pay myself first, and whatever I need to take care of, whether it's my student loan, whether it's investment opportunities. So, just my fixed expenses. Then I have a lot more variable expenses. So the last part of my budget is called, have fun, where I really kind of take that time to, enjoy myself, to spend it on different things, especially when it comes to, going out with my friends, hanging out. I definitely spent a little bit too much on, going out with friends, but it was well worth it. I like doing boulder climbing. Right on my street, there's actually a place called the Boulder Lounge. So I go at least, twice every couple weeks. And I definitely, try to enjoy myself and kind of like, train up so I could be able to climb all the way to the tops and try different challenges. My grandmother's name was actually Mercedes, and she was like, "Hey, Lenny, when you grow up, you gotta get a Mercedes, and you gotta name it after me." So I always used to joke with her about that. I'm currently financing it right now, and I pay about $495 a month on it. I budget around $350 a month to kind of pay that down. And I typically try to, take the strategy of, paying down one loan at a time. So I have 2 credit cards, and both of their limits are $5,000 each. My big financial goal for next year is to definitely cut down my student loans by half. I'm looking to, go from $30,000 in student loans to $15,000 in student loans, and I'm also looking to eliminate all of my credit card debt. The most important thing I've learned about money is really not to, put too much emotion into money. I think a lot of times, people, look at money, as almost a saving grace. And sometimes, you have to kind of look at money as really, a tool to get you to the next step. And, however you feel about, money one way or the other is not gonna change, what it can do for you, your family, and your friends.